Okay, welcome to the WP Symposium Rewards and Badges video. What we have here is our demonstration website, as we've used on other videos, and I'm going to pop over to Site Admin first. And under the WPS Pro menu, under Setup, we can go to Extensions, and under Extensions, scroll down to Members, and at the bottom there is Reward Users with Points for Actions Taken, and save the changes. Just for the first time you have to refresh the page, or I'll click on Setup again to get the menu items to appear, just the order in which things are saved. So I can click on Rewards here to start defining my rewards, and I'll click on Add New. This will create our first one, and I'll give it a title. And we're going to do rewards and badges for posting on our activity. So I'll give it a title, Adding a New Activity Post, and just make a note that this is a reward for adding a post to your activity. Under the type here, we can choose from a list. More will be added on there. If you had the mail extension activated, for example, you'd have more there for mail, but we're going to choose the top one here, New Activity Post to All Friends, which is the normal basic activity post, and set some points which the user will get for doing this each time. We'll set it for 25 and publish. And that's all you have to do to create points to be rewarded for adding to activity. So if we go to our activity profile page, I'm going to type in an activity here so I can get my first 25 points. Okay, so I've created an activity here. Pop back to the dashboard, and having a look at the user rewards, we can see what points people have got, and there is my new 25 points for adding activity post. Now what I want to do is add it to the sidebar here, because I want to show the user what points they've got. So I'm going to do that in a widget, and the right sidebar we're going to add a text or HTML widget, give it a title, rewards, and just pop in the shortcode WPS-reward and close the shortcode. Actually, I'll put a prefix score so they know what it's for. So score and then the number of points. Save that. Pop back to the profile page. And there we have our new widget showing the current number of points this user has got, which is 25. Now we can do other things as well. So we're going to go back to the widget here and show the top members on the site. So we can see all the number of points that people have got. So this is our top members, and we put in WPS-rewards plural, note the S at the end there, and that will show us the top number of members with the most points. Now that's only me at the moment with my 25 points. So not that impressive, but as other users accrue points, then they would appear on that list as well. That's fine, that's great. But we can also add badges, so people can have things displayed on their site. So I'm going to rewards here, and I'm going to edit that reward so we can display a badge, and I can set the number of pixels in size. So I'm going to set it as a 48 pixel image, and I have an image here which I can show on the profile page if they have indeed added an activity post and therefore gained the badge. And all I have to do is add that image, and now what I want to do is pop the badge here at the top of that sidebar so it's visible to them and indeed anybody else who's visiting their page. So I'm going to pop in a new text area widget, give it a title, and use the shortcode WPS-badge, and I have to set the slug equal to something. Now the slug here I can get from the rewards that I've created. So I can save it, go back to my reward which I created, and the slug is shown right there. And all I need to do is take a copy, go back to my widget, and replace those question marks with that slug. So it ties the badge into that particular reward. And that's it. So I can now go back to my profile page, and what's actually on that page as well is there's the badge. So this user, Simon G, has been awarded the badge for posting to his activity. So I'm just going to pop back to the admin here now and create another reward for doing a certain number of activity posts, so you can reward your most active users. So I'm going to create an award here called added lots of activity posts, and make a note that this is a reward for lots of activity posts. Now the type, I choose badge for post count, and then a new drop down list here. I can choose which one I'm counting, and I'm counting the new activity post to all friends. And how many do I need to do before I get awarded this badge? Well, I'm going to set it to 3 just so we can demonstrate it. Set the size to 48 pixels. And I'm going to upload a new badge here to show that it's a special achievement for them. So I've got a kind of a gold version here. Set the featured image and publish. So it's a count for new activity posts. When I've achieved 3, I will then get this badge shown. And there it is, and you can see here the badge, and you can see here that it's a type count of activity new, which relates to our other reward. Just going to copy that slug here, and doing this so that I can add the badge just like we did before. So I go to my badges widget, and just like before, WPS-badge slug equals, and then the slug of my new reward. And you can see here why we can have lots and lots of rewards and lots of badges. But we now go back to our profile page, and there we have, we've been awarded one, but the second one is still greyed out. It's sort of semi-transparent because I haven't achieved those 3 activity posts yet. I haven't received 3 rewards for posting new activity. So I'm going to now go and try and achieve my gold badge. So I put in my second post, still greyed out, but if I put in my third post, hey, I now have my badge for posting 3 times. And a nice feature here, if you hover over a badge, it will show you what the badge is for, and if it's a counting one, it will show you the percentage you've got thus far, so people can see how far they have to go before they achieve their new badge. And I can go to my user rewards here just to show that they're the 3 posts I achieved, each with 25 points, and I hit the count of 3 there. And if I increase that to 10, for example, then obviously it would get greyed out again. Now one thing I'm going to do here is increase the space underneath these badges. You may have to tinker with your theme to get the layout exactly as you want. And I'm going to use HTML to add a gap below it. Don't worry if you don't understand HTML, you can copy and paste this quite happily. But what I'm doing for those who do is putting a div around all the badges with a margin size of 20 pixels. So we get a 20 pixel gap below all of the badges there. And that would apply if I had 1, 2, 10, 200 badges. So the margin bottom is 20 pixels. I'll save that and go to the site, and you can see when you look at the site here that it's actually not applied. And again, this is to do with styling and so on, so I'm going to show you a quick trick just in case this happens on your site to make sure you get those 20 pixels. All you do in the style there of that div is type in overflow:auto. So you may have to use that on your website depending on your theme styles. Pop back, and now we have a gap of 20 pixels. So you could see you could style that however you want. The freedom is yours.